Hey, if you've been enjoying The Rare Advisor, please subscribe, please give us a like, and in the meantime, enjoy today's topic. The disservice of products, price, and performance has been undermining the financial services industry since the beginning of time, and it continues to be true today. Here's how to rise above it all.
This is The Rare Advisor, proud to be a part of the Advisor Advancement Network and home of a business model supercharged by recurring and repeatable events. Your host is Mike Walters, CEO of USA Financial. He is an investment advisor representative of and securities are offered through USA Financial Securities, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
This industry has been plagued by the disservice of products, price, and performance, undermining everything it is that we as quality financial advisors are trying to accomplish since way before I entered this industry all the way back in 1987. And it continues to be true today. So let's talk about how do you rise above all that? How do you create a quality relationship with the client to the advisor in a way that takes you above product, price, and performance? Because we know that the advisor is something very different than the sales pest. Unfortunately, many people who consider themselves advisors are in fact nothing more than a sales pest. So here's the litmus test. Think about your very best clients. How do they describe you? My guess would be if you think about your top, let's say 3, 4, 5 clientele and the relationship you have with them and how it is that they would in fact describe you to other people, you'll probably hear things like trustworthy, dependable, knowledgeable, great coach, great advice, solid as a rock, always there to help, a great teacher, a great mentor, a great guide. These are the kinds of things that you probably would hear when your best clients are describing you to others if you were a fly on the wall. But now, if you were asking those same best clients, how would they describe, let's say, an insurance agent or a stockbroker? You'd probably get a very different response. They'd talk about them being a sales pest, being untrustworthy. They're like a used car salesman, and right on down the list. So you know what I'm talking about. So you need to rise above that because what happens is if you are selling products, price, and performance, these are the crutch. These are the tools in the toolbox for the sales pest. These are the tools in the toolbox for the sales pest, not for the advisor. It's all they have to sell, right? They don't know how to sell anything about themselves or the expertise or the knowledge or the planning and the process that they bring into the equation. So they sell products, price, and performance. Live by the sword, die by the sword. How do they lose their clients? They lose their clients by products, price, and performance. So advisors understand what they're really selling is themselves. What's for sale is me and my expertise. It's my philosophy. It's my planning strategy. It's the processes that I've built inside of my business that will take them through the entire lifespan of dealing with me and my practice. So prior to retirement, into retirement, through retirement, and beyond. And then the next generation and over again. These are processes that I can build. And I need to name these processes. I need to bring them to life. I need to make them memorable. I need to take these intangible scenarios and make them very tangible for people. Most of your clients have no idea how to describe what it is you actually do. They can apply very good qualities to you. Like I said earlier, they trust you. They love you. They look to you for guidance. They see you as a teacher, as a mentor, as someone who is a family advocate of theirs, their personal CFO, all these various other things that we can use and say to describe the quality relationships we have as opposed to that sales pest. But they can't really converse that over to someone else who maybe they want to refer and introduce to you. So how do you help them with that? You have to bring things to life. You have to create a menu. You have to have tangible items, processes, systems, tools, things that you do on their behalf in, through, and beyond the planning process. So I need to make sure that I can have these tools at my disposal to utilize, to pull off the shelf and use on behalf of my clientele. Again, think about it. When if you go in to an attorney's office and you need something done, they're going to ask questions. And then whether you see it or not, they're going to pull prototypes off the shelf. They're not writing a living trust from scratch. They're pulling the prototype off the shelf. They're customizing and tweaking it for what needs to be done for that client. Financial advisors oftentimes miss the fact that that's how financial advice works pretty similarly as well. You have kind of a core set of tools and financial planning processes and techniques, and then you can tweak and adjust those depending on the circumstances of that client. So when you're meeting with someone, when you're talking to them, when you're getting to know them and during that first appointment process, you should be asking lots of questions. I want to know what makes them tick. I want to know what keeps them awake at night. I want to know what gets them excited. I want to know what their aspirations are. I want to know what their fears are. I want to know some of the best things that have happened financially in their life. I want to know about some of the worst things financially that have happened in their life. I want to know how they got to be where they are today, financially speaking. And I'd love to know how they think about the remainder of their family, especially the children. Do they have certain children who they trust with financial decisions and other children who maybe they don't trust with financial decisions? And how is that going to play out in the estate planning process, in the overall financial planning process? These are very important things. So you need to position yourself well beyond things like product, price, and performance, or else you are nothing more than a salesperson. And that salesperson, the first time they get outsold by someone else, the first time they get outperformed by someone else, the first time they get a better price than they did from you, guess what's going to happen? The same way you got the client is exactly how you're going to lose the client. That's just how human nature works. So I need to reposition myself as the trusted advisor so that I'm there helping them with philosophy, planning strategy, and process, not with products, price, and performance. So when I'm sitting down with someone and I'm wrapping things up, the question I'm going to ask them is, between now and the next time we get together, I plan to identify the areas in which I feel that we can create the most value for you so that you can make an educated decision as to whether or not you wish to engage the services of me and my firm. Sound fair enough? Think about how many clientele would take you up on that offer. I'll say it for you one more time. Between now and the next time we get together, I'll identify the areas I feel we can create the most value for you, so that you can make an educated decision as to whether or not you wish to engage the services of me and my firm. Sound fair enough? What I did not say is, I'll get you this particular interest rate, or I'll outperform the market, or I'll create a financial plan for free and present it to you in hopes that you love it so much you decide to use me and my products and my pricing and my performance. No, I'm going to build something specific to them based on the services that they need and the expertise I can deliver. It's a huge difference that will take you above the disservice that has taken place for decades in the financial services industry, where people concentrate on products, price, and performance. Take yourself above the crowd and find true success as a financial advisor.
This information is for licensed financial professionals only and is not intended for use in soliciting sales from the public. The views expressed represent the opinions of the presenter or their featured guest, not necessarily those of USA Financial or its affiliated subsidiaries. Industry references are generic and not intended to represent actions or beliefs of any individual or entity. Content is only presented to illustrate general principles, beliefs, or ideas and should not be construed as legal or regulatory advice. Trademark and copyright protected. USA Financial and Affiliates.